All right, so we're a little late to the party. We might be even a little later because I might release this on Christmas.
Nice.
I was thinking about that. It's one of these things that's really weird to me with Marvel and their holiday specials. They release them like a month before the holiday.
It's like they want to be like ahead of schedule, but almost too much.
Yeah, like 2 weeks, but like Werewolf by Night, I wasn't even thinking about like candy. And that thing was out. And then I legit forgot that this thing was happening. I was like, wait, hold on. It was this week? But yeah. And then someone had asked if we had watched it. I'm like, hold on. It's not even December. What? Like, no. But yeah. Oh boy. This freaking thing. I don't even know where to start. I don't know what I expected.
I'll start with this. I think they had the best way to open this by the cheesy kind of Ralph Bakshi animated sequence.
Oh my god, that purposely looked horrible. I was like, is this going to be a good chunk of what the special looks like? I'm like, I don't remember this in the freaking previews, but that was a nice touch. It was a very nice touch. And yeah, Tom Clementoff deserves a damn medal.
She does.
She was so good. And like, she's not gotten that much time to shine in the other movies, even in 2. She got a considerable role, but this was her taking center stage, and my god, she's funny.
I think she is the reason why this works as much as it does. The chemistry that she has with Drax is just so good.
It is, and that fucking Christmas song. What? First, the thing starts, and it's talking about like Mountain Dew and Doritos and all this. And they're like, "What the shit is this?" Like, this is a James Gunn movie, James Gunn production through and through. But then we get to. Okay, we need to talk about a plot detail because I think I'm confused. Didn't Thanos kill the Collector?
I think he did.
How'd they buy Nowhere from him?
That's something I'm unsure of, but
anyone who's watching this, excuse me, or does watch this, comment below if I missed something. I swear to God that Thanos killed the Collector. Both in the fake CD setup and in the real one. I swear to God he killed the Collector. But either way,
either way, Nowhere is now is basically their new home,
which is I think that's pretty cool. I do think that's great. Finally, I thought I was going to wait until Guardians 3, but we actually got to hear Cosmo speak.
Yep.
That was pretty great. Do we know who's voicing her?
It's, let me get her name. Maria Bakalova.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that was so cute. That was so adorable. It's just like they've been teasing Cosmo for 2 movies straight, and you finally got it in the holiday special. And it was incredibly well done. I know that parts of the dog were CGI and parts of it weren't. They had a real dog there, but I couldn't tell, and it was done very well.
Yeah, well, it was actually pretty seamless.
Yeah. One thing I have to mention, though, this blows my mind that they're bringing this up in a holiday special. Mantis is Quill's sister.
Yeah. And apparently that's something like specific to the MCU, because I don't think that's the case
No.
for Mantis in the comics.
No, because again, in comics, Ego's not Peter's dad. He's like Jason of Spartax, if I remember correctly. He's this ancient, like, imperial space race that he's like the king of, and Peter's his kid. Mantis, I have no idea, but it's like if they're gonna give Quill a sibling and it's Mantis, I'm not going to object.
Me neither.
And it fits because Ego was a dick, and I could see him throwing said dick around into anything he wanted to manipulate them. And they made it seem in Guardians 2 like Mantis has always been around him. So that makes sense.
Plus, whether or not like that's actually true, this whole franchise has been about found family anyway.
Yeah.
So that they did throw in that one little connection between them just kind of made for an extra sweet moment.
Exactly. Yeah. This is so. I honestly thought when this started out, before they announced it was going to be Kevin Bacon, that they were going to be stealing David Hasselhoff. Because he mentions Hasselhoff in the first movie, and then they have the Guardians and what was it? Guardians Inferno? What was it?
Mm-hmm.
The song
Yeah, Guardians Inferno.
I honestly thought it was gonna be him, but then again, he does mention that Kevin Bacon was like a hero, saved a town through dancing and all that. So that does make sense. It's just that like I thought that after he mentioned that he thought his dad, or he said his dad told everyone that his dad was David Hasselhoff, that they were going to take him. But I never thought that I'd watch a movie and Kevin Bacon would be the MacGuffin.
And yet somehow it works.
Yeah, and by the way, those of you that play it, this just blew apart the entire 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Because now Kevin Bacon is a part of every actor who is in Endgame.
Yep.
Because all the Guardians were there. That is quite the wide net. You have everyone from Benedict Cumberbatch to freaking to Paul Rudd to anyone was there. You literally almost can't play that game anymore. Oh God. So, were you impressed by the song that they put together?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something else. One thing I have to mention before we get too far into them exploring Earth. Those of you that don't see this bad boy sitting here, this is Thor's hammer from God of War Ragnarok. I love that game. I platinumed that game. I streamed it on the day it came out, and I gave away a copy of it on my stream. I'm playing that game, and because of the Google machine and they're being everywhere, and me owning a Pixel, I get these feeds, these articles that come up in the Google feed. And one of them pops up that says Kratos is canon in the MCU. And I don't read it because I'm like, that is comicbook.com bullshit. That someone horse crap together something that they read was some whatever and just made it whatever it is. It just made some bullshit out of it. Calm to realize they're on at the Hollywood Bowl, and someone thinks that Drax is Kratos. So it was actually true, just not in the way those headlines made it sound.
Everything about that scene when they land on the Hollywood Boulevard is it's just completely insane. My favorite detail though is Drax sees like a cosplayer of a GoBot.
What is with that? Did I miss something?
I think that's just a funny joke.
Okay. It's like GoBots killed my brother. I'm like, what the actual hell? It's like I'm just all of it was, and it's like in a holiday special and all this stuff and like Christmas movies, they're just meant to be cheery and have these moments, so you don't always have to have an explanation for stuff. So that was just there. I was just like, that was one where I'm like, if that was a detail before this movie, did it go way the hell over my head. One thing I'm going to ask you if you noticed. Did you notice that Javelin was in this movie?
I don't think so.
Well, the actor's name is Flula Borg. And
Oh,
he was
wait
the
a minute.
bartender.
Yeah.
He is now permanently a part of James Gunn's little group of friends that's going to be in his movies. Because Palm and a couple of others were in Suicide Squad, and now Flula was in Suicide Squad, so now he's gonna. I wouldn't doubt Flula shows up in Guardians 3. I'd be so happy. Flula Borg is one of the most awesome people on the planet, and he deserves everything. He is fantastic.
I would like to see him in more James Gunn material.
And James Gunn is the perfect director because Flula Borg. I'll link a video to you. He's done a bunch of stuff with Smosh, and there's these two different Smosh Try Not to Laughs that he's done. He's just got the weirdest sense of humor ever, but he's so funny. Oh man.
Something else I love about the bar scene is when Mantis and Drax like head to the bar, she just gives him like the whole stack of cash.
Yes, a good chick just hears all of it. Maybe Kevin Bacon's in here. Oh god, and then all the shots and the freaking smoke coming out of her mouth. Come on the floor and dance with us. Dancing is for losers. All right, then have a drink. Yes. Oh man, it's gonna be so weird not having Dave around as Drax in future movies, because from the sounds of it, he's very, very ready to be done once Guardians 3 is done.
On the one hand, I don't blame him because he is getting older, and he said before, like, you know, I don't want to be in this shape forever.
Yeah, and he's a big dude, so wouldn't mind having some roles where he doesn't have to have his shirt off. But yeah, well, the perfect image of that, just describing that holiday special, is him and Mantis drunk on the sidewalk. Why can't we find Kevin Bacon? Of all of our homies, why can't we find Kevin Bacon? Then just love. I want more. Like, we're never gonna get it, but I want more adventures of those two just not understanding how morals work. Give it to me for free. Give me all of your money. They're both different versions of a 5-year-old stuck in an adult's body.
Basically.
In the best way possible, though. Oh God, what was the? And then I honestly didn't expect them to have trouble getting Kevin Bacon either. So the fact that we got somewhat of a chase out of it was kind of cool.
Yeah, and we get to see kind of Mantis using more of her powers and abilities.
Yeah, I for a hot minute forgot she could do that. So it's like, you want to come? Oh, yeah, that's right. That is how her powers work. She was originally just a sleep aid for Dickhead, but now she's got more powers. Yeah, and it's I love how they're not a part of the celebrity Avengers, so that people don't remember who they are, because they were basically only a part of Endgame and that's it.
Yeah.
So they got to be heroes, but not have anyone know who the hell they are. That's a nice little detail. Man, do you know what that Christmas movie was he was watching?
It was Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Oh my, I've never heard of that. I had no idea that existed. I was like, what is aliens? What is this? But again, that's probably like James Gunn's favorite freaking holiday movie. Oh, yeah. But okay. And again, if this is just a detail for the movie, that's fine. But I have to know if I missed it. Did they say before that they hated actors?
I don't think so, but Mantis and Drax, like their whole shtick is just they're so they so don't understand the nuances of like emotions that to them an actor is like repulsive because they're lying, they're pretending to be someone they're not.
Well, I get that, but like Nebula said it too. Because when Kevin left, she's like, "Oh, I guess not all actors are like." She said some like useless pieces of crap or something like that. I was just like, maybe she's got the same exact reasoning as those two, but I was just like, that was another one where I'm like, part of me feels like I missed a detail in the previous movie that they hate actors that much, but that's fine. If it was just brought up in this, there's no complaints.
Yeah, I think it was just for the bit.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But
then that makes Kevin's it makes his hero transformation funnier because he's like, you must pretend to be a hero.
Yeah, what? You know, based on basis nobody. No, just be a less shitty version of yourself. Be a you that doesn't. Be a Kevin Bacon that doesn't suck. I think is what makes sense. Oh. Oh God. Then again, they just like addressing how dumb these Christmas movies can be through the miracle of satellites. How the hell am I getting signal up here? Yeah, with the right satellite dish, you can get anywhere from 400 light years. Craigland, come on.
Wait, are those the same satellites that let Bruce call Jen in space?
That's what could be. That's what I'm guessing. Good old Sicarian tech, you know, which I found out there's still problems at Universal because they openly admitted some things recently.
Yeah, I saw that.
Don't expect a Namor Hulk movie yet. They need a little more time. Plant those seeds early. But yeah, it just I didn't expect to like I expected to like this. I didn't expect to like this as much as I did.
That's pretty much the power of James Gunn. He's he's really good at, you know, being ridiculous, sure, but then hitting you emotionally when you least expect it.
Yeah, he's very, very good at that. It was like when he literally made me a blubbering mess at the end of Guardians 2. Didn't see that coming, but that man almost ripped my heart clean out of my body.
Same.
Yeah. But like, yeah, do you honestly think they might do something for Easter?
I don't know.
Because Guardians is the last trek for 3 is the last trek for these guys. This
I think
group,
I think
he said.
I think after 3, Marvel's gonna put the Guardians on ice for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Till either James is ready to return or
I got a good feeling that I don't think we're gonna see a Marvel directed James Gunn film again. That boy gonna be busy. I don't know if we're gonna see a directed thing by James Gunn for a long time. That's not a TV show. Because even he openly admitted himself that he kind of prefers doing TV over movies. And now that guy's pretty much just became the god of DC Comics.
Yeah, so he'll be preoccupied for a bit.
For a bit.
Which is fine because I'm I think there are a couple hundred different cosmic characters that we could use before going back to the Guardians.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got a good amount of mileage out of getting randos out of them because I guarantee you probably the one that's going to stay out of Guardians 3 is Adam. That's what I would imagine. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I really liked this, and speaking of James Gunn ripping my heart out and making me a blubbering mess, I was crying at the end of this.
Yeah.
For already knowing that Mantis was his sister. Keep in mind, a guy who only has sisters as siblings outside of my non-blood little brother Traeger. That got me. That really, really got me. The one actual good thing he got out of Ego.
Yeah. And then before that, when Peter...
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. No, there's something else, but go ahead.
When Peter shows, like, the rest of Kraglin's Christmas story and Yondu opens up his gift, that was just a very sweet moment with these two.
Yes, it was. And the fact that Peter's blasters was his first Christmas present from Yondu. That was pretty nice.
I love how like these two scenes sort of recontextualize a lot of the previous movies.
Mm-hmm. And they did the thing. It got spoiled for me, and I still laughed. Nebula got him Bucky's arm for Christmas. It makes no fucking sense, but she still did it. And Groot got a Game Boy, so that was cool. He's got something else he can play. He's growing up. Groot is growing up to be a bruiser as a teenager now. He looks like a bodybuilder.
He does.
I gotta wonder what Vin Diesel's paychecks look like, because I think he only talked 3 times in this.
They must pay him by the word.
I'm gonna imagine you get an exact amount of pay for every 3 words said. Yeah. But yeah, This is good. I'm glad they're doing these. I wouldn't mind them doing other different groups and doing Christmas specials with them. Like, depending how Quantumania ends, the Lang family Christmas would be pretty nice.
Yeah, I like the idea of Marvel branching out and doing some of these specials.
It's a nice little touch. And I wouldn't say it's ineffective. It was very well shot, so it's expensive, but it's a reason to have the Disney Plus. It's all this and that, and it's 45 minutes long. It's breezy, easy to get through, and yeah.
I think the best use for these special presentations would be either like these one-off holiday specials, or kind of like what they used to do with the Marvel one-shots, like introduce new characters, or just like give side characters something to do.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what this did. It was perfect. Absolutely perfect. I could not have asked for a better thing for them to do with this. It's just, and it's like, if you would have asked me, it's like, who do you want to have a Christmas special? Like I said, I probably would have said the Lang family, and then like hijinks with his friends and Louise and all them, and then they're just like, do you want Drax and Mantis getting drunk and kidnapping Kevin Bacon? I'm like, yes, please. Yeah, that was really good. It's really, really good. I don't know how many more of these they plan on doing each year, but we at least get a Halloween and a Christmas special. I'd be okay with that.
Same.
Yeah. All right. I really ain't got much more else to say on it. I wouldn't mind, if I'm going to be honest, if we do a future Christmas movie that it is fully animated.
Yes.
And I mean like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, old school, like stop motion, like old school stuff.
That would be fun if they do another special in that style.
It would be phenomenal. They have the animation studio, so there's no point not to. But all right, Mike, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we.
All right, and you can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero that isn't currently on fire, so we'll see how Twitter's doing in a few weeks. All right, everybody, we will see you later. Bye!